Hey, what's up, guys? This is Chris Dominguez. Today, I'm going to be going over a cold calling script with someone that I'm coaching. I've got about 10 minutes. Set timer for 10 minutes. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm calling one of my team members, Diana. She's from Indiana.
Hey, Chris, what's going on?
Hey, Diana, how you doing?
I am doing good.
Awesome. We have a door-to-door training call that happens in about 45 minutes. So I had about 10 minutes on my lunch break or on one of my breaks, and I wanted to see if I could just review the script with you, kind of get you comfortable with it. And I've been using this script for the past few months, and I've been able to schedule some appointments with roofing companies. So I just wanted to practice with you a little bit. Is that okay?
That's fine. That's fine. No worries. Of course. Basically just looking at my messages and see if they are gonna give us basically another time. Like
Okay.
we had these solar installs today, and they were at the last minute.
Oh wow. Well, that means he's busy. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. And that, like, again, if you're dealing with someone that's busy, that means that they could potentially make a good partner in the future. So, so I have this script up here with me, and my virtual assistant is gathering more leads, so I may be able to send over some more either today or tomorrow. But the goal is to reach out to these roofing companies, and since you're in Indiana, we haven't expanded to residential. On the leads that I sent over, if you want to look up and see if they do commercial solar, right? But you can actually discover that when you're on the call with them. Okay, so it would be a good idea to touch base with each of these people anyway, and whether they offer commercial solar or not, it would still be a good idea to reach out to them, let them know that you're going to be their go-to person for solar in the future or in the present. So do you have the script in front of you? Mm-hmm. Yeah, no problem.
Technology, like, oh my god. Okay. For the script. Okay, so okay, I'm nervous. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no problem. What I want to do is I actually want to go through it first, if that's okay, and then from there we can actually just practice it again. Is that all right?
That's fine.
Okay. All right, I have it up here on my screen as well.
Can you hear me? Okay.
I can hear you, yes.
I'm ready. Go ahead.
All right, so I want you to pretend to be the roofing company, okay? So you're going to be Diana's Roofing, all right? Ring, ring.
Good afternoon. This is Diana's Roofing. How can I help you today?
Hey, Diana's Roofing. How are you doing today?
Amazing. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So I'm curious, do you currently have a solar partner in your business?
No, I don't. I'm basically have been searching around and just searching different solar companies for my roofing business. I would like to hear what you have to offer.
Okay, great. I'm sorry you don't currently have a partnership, but I am glad that you've been doing a little research. So the reason I'm asking is because our company, Build Network, we specialize in a turnkey solution so that it makes it easy for your company to offer solar to your existing clients. Now, have you referred out jobs in the past to other vendors? Like, I know you do roofing, but have you referred jobs to people that do tile or paint?
Yes, I have.
Okay, this works very similar, right? So you don't have to do any of the install of the panels yourself, but we do all of that. And chances are, since you're in the roofing industry, you've worked with, dozens, if not hundreds of clients. And if you do a good job, which I'm assuming you do based on your ratings on Google, um, these customers are going to be one-time customers and you may never see them, right, again, because you're putting a roof that has a 20 to 25-year warranty on the roof. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay. So they may be able to offer you referrals, but each of these customers, they're not going to pay you again. So my proposal is that we reach out to each one of your happy customers and you let them know that you're now offering solar. And all we have to do is make an introduction and to see if we can offer them a free solar savings report. Now, all we need to do that is their name, their email, and their most recent utility bill. And from there, we do all the work. We help design a proposal for them. We come up with financing options for them based on their credit or if they're approved. So, is that something that you think you can do?
Yeah, it sounds very, very interesting. Also, now, are you more than a solar focused company?
That's our primary focus. We focus primarily on solar, but we also offer other products for homeowners like home security, water filtration products, and then even for some of your customers that may not qualify for financing, we even are connected with a credit repair company as well. Um, so we're kind of a one-stop shop, for home services.
Wow, that is amazing. That's the best I've heard yet. Well, how do I partake? How do I get started? What do I have to do? Because this
So
sounds very, very interesting to me.
I'm glad you asked that. So a lot of this is visual. I won't be able to go into all the details over here over the phone. It's like trying to give a haircut through the phone. So in order to give you all the information for you to make an educated decision, I'd like to see if we can schedule a Zoom meeting. Do you have Zoom?
Yes, I do.
Okay, great. So within the next few days, I want to see if we can schedule an appointment. Which day works best for you, and then we can try to lock in a time. Um, Today is Wednesday. Are you available today, Thursday, or Friday of this week?
I think Friday would basically be best for me. Maybe Friday morning.
Friday.
Friday morning, maybe like because I'm in Indiana in the Central Standard Time here, so it's like 1:21 right now. I think 9 o'clock Central Standard Time would basically work for me.
Okay, great. I appreciate that. So I'm looking at my calendar here. Would 1:30 or 2:45 work best for you, your time?
We say 1:30.
1:30? Okay, great. So what I'll do after our call here, I'm going to send you a text reminder that we have a call scheduled for Friday at 1:30. I'm also going to send you a text reminder the day of, right? That way you remember. And then I'll send you another reminder about an hour before our call. Is that okay?
Oh, that would be great. That would be amazing. I'm looking forward to it.
All right. And if you have any questions now until then, just be sure to write them down. The presentation is designed to answer all your questions. And then, after the presentation, if you have additional questions, that's the only reason the Zoom will go over, typically 20 minutes. Okay.
Okay, I was just getting ready to ask you how long the Zoom was because I do have a doctor's appointment that day as well.
Okay, yeah, we want to be respectful of your time. Our entire, presentation can be done in about 20 minutes, and we can go from there. Okay.
All right, well, it was a pleasure speaking with you, Chris. Thank you so much for presenting this information for me to recite it on our Zoom on Friday at 1:30. Is that correct?
Yep, Friday at 1:30, and I'll send a text reminder. Okay.
Okay. Well, you have a great day. Thank you so much for reaching out.
All right, Diana. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Goodbye. All right, cool. That's just through. And, I try to stick to the script as much as I can. And you may have noticed that I didn't follow exactly what was on the script the entire time, right? So it's based off of each individual conversation. And I use the script more as a bullet point, right? Instead of going word for word, line by line, I don't want them to think that I'm reading, right? So
yeah, that's the thing. That's what we like. I understand the script, like I've been in network marketing and those cases, I know at the beginning, in order to be basically, comfortable with the audience or comfortable with customer client communication, you do have to go script. But this is the thing. I feel like script doesn't work for me. It really doesn't. I have to basically critique it. Because when you want to reach out to people, you just kind of to me, you want to build rapport, but you want to have a conversation, and you want the conversation to have them to be comfortable with you.
Yeah, I agree. And each conversation is going to be unique, so we have to keep that in account. For me, as you can see, I was bouncing around, but I try to stick to, for this, it's a 3-step process. You build rapport up front, and that might take a minute or so. You compliment them on their business, or I see you've been in business for 20 years, right? The screenshot will tell you a lot. Sometimes the screenshots that I've sent you, it will have their rating, right? Maybe they have 40 5-star reviews. You might want to bring that up when you're building rapport. Like, hey, I see you have 40 5-star reviews on Google. Congratulations. So you want to be genuine, and it has to be relevant information, right? You can't pull it out of nowhere, out of thin air. So for me, when I'm going off of a Google account that I'm getting from my virtual assistants, it will have their business listing, usually their phone number, right? And in between each call, right, you if they have a website, you might want to check out their website, right? You might want to do like a 5-minute prep before each call. But for me, it's a 3-step process, right? You build rapport, you ask them if they already have a solar partner. Okay. If yes, that's great news. Okay. If it's no, it's still great news, right? Because if it's a yes, that means they're already used to referring out deals to other solar companies, right? And all we want to do is we want to be able to offer them a second quote to see if their current quotes are still competitive, right? Or if they say no, I don't have a solar partner, that is also great news to hear. So no matter what, whether they say, yeah, I already have a partner, that's great news. Okay. No, I don't have a partner. Oh, that's great news. Right. And you want to come across, with a little bit of excitement either way, because, if they're already referring out deals and they're making a commission, they know how the process works. If they don't have a solar partner, then that's our opportunity to get our foot in the door with them and to be their first stop for their, creating their solar division or becoming a referral partner. So, and then finally, step 3, which is listed on our script as step 4, is just scheduling a Zoom meeting, locking in a time, usually within a few days, right? If they do anything outside of a week, it's really hard for them to keep track of, schedules and stuff like that. So usually we try to keep the appointments within 1, 2, or 3 days. That way it's fresh on their mind. And then, in closing, I always send them a text after the call reminding them, hey, as we discussed, we have an appointment at this time on this date. I'll see you there, you know? And that's it. I try to keep it lean. That was a 10-minute conversation that we had together. Sometimes I can get in and out on a call within 5 minutes, right? These people are busy, right? We want to work with busy people because guess what? If they open up their book of business to us and they had 100 roofing customers in the past 5 years, right? Let me go to work for you. I'll reach out to them and say we're working together and we want to be able to offer you solar, et cetera, et cetera. So for your specific state, you may want to incorporate and add an additional note or bullet point that do you currently serve commercial roofing projects, right? Do you only do residential or do you do commercial as well, right? So for your state, this is going to be custom to you because this script that I prepared is just a generic script, but since Freedom Forever has not launched in Indiana yet, your target is going to be commercial roofers, right? You won't be able to find that out until you ask them or if it's listed in their business description, right? But you have almost like 20 leads to play around with, practice the script. And remember, just keep them as bullet points, right? You want to touch on everything, but you don't have to say every word on the screen, right? And yeah, I hope that helps a little bit. It's worked for me in getting some appointments. And if you can lock in commercial partners, right, then yeah, there's some hefty commissions on the other side of that. And granted, they're long-term installs. These projects take instead of a few months, some of them take 3 to 9 months depending on the project. But yeah, it could be very lucrative. And another thing to note, if and when any of these people come on as builders, right, they'll be able to contribute to your what is it, bring forward, pay no more. So the goal is to start filling up that 4x16 little chart. So I hope that this little script doesn't have to be word for word, but I hope it kind of gives you an outline to use.
Thank you so much for I really appreciate it. So this person, so like saying like if they're able, they want to basically schedule this Zoom. And I'm bringing it to you. They have to go to Sam or what?
So Zooms, I'm ready. I'm ready and available to do Zooms. I will resend my calendar to you, and I want to update it a little bit. But if you have anything concrete, right? If you can get a time, for the most part, my calendar is open. Usually 9 a.m., which is 11 a.m. your time, all the way up until it turns night, right? So I'm usually available for about 12 hours to get on a Zoom. The Zoom will take about 20 minutes max unless they have additional questions. So I don't mind popping in on a 20-minute Zoom.
Are you a mentor in the company?
No, currently I'm not a mentor. I'm a builder, and my goal is just to be able to build a big business in the company. But eventually I want to be a mentor, but as of right now, I haven't been able to do any door knocking, right? And for me, I have a forte in recruiting and training, and I just want to play to my strengths. And for right now, with my availability, working a full-time job, having a couple daughters at home, I can't always go door knocking and try to get the bill from each and every one of my neighbors. But for me, while I'm at work on my lunch breaks, like now, I have the extra time to to make calls like this. So it gives me leverage to be able to work in this kind of business. So
Okay.
but that is the goal. The goal is to become a mentor, and I want to be able to eventually coach and develop a mentor in every state. So that's kind of the grander vision. And, you know, if and when you become a mentor and I get any deals that are coming down the pipeline for Indiana, I want to be able to say, I have a specialist in your state, right? And that's another reason why when I was looking at our build network back office, it shows all the people that are stacked up in your downline. And I saw your name. And what I was doing when I had free time, I started adding people on social media that were in my downline. And I found you and I'm like, all right, let's see if we can work together, because, you know, as your business grows, so too will my business, right? So
Exactly. That's
it's
what it's all about. Sharing and caring. That's what I'm about. Like I said,
yeah,
if we get right solutions and I have a talk with Sam Bean, I'm gonna be like, hey, me and Crystal's on this call. If we get this, it's me and Chris.
yeah. You know what? I appreciate that. You know, I have another call that I'm about to hop on soon. I got to call someone back before our door-to-door training that happens in about 25 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And, you know, go over that script, review it, see which bullet points you want to, you know, you want to hold on to. You can edit it however you want. And then just that one thing is you want to find out if they currently do only residential roofing or if they do solar roofing as well, right? Because for your state, we're trying to launch the commercial division of our business, right? So and these commissions for the commercial projects, I think I saw one of the biggest ones I saw was like a $58,000 commission to somebody off of one deal. So it's worthwhile. I mean, for some people, that's like a whole year's salary. Some people that's yeah. So it could be very worth your while, and you know, these people are your neighbors ultimately, right? So you're going to have a better chance of getting on the phone with them because you're calling local, right? And you're going to have a better chance of relating to them because you live in the same state, city, county as the people you're calling on. So I'm glad I was able to, you know, spend some time with you here today, and hopefully the script helps. And then, you know, once you run through those leads, you know, make sure you keep detailed notes on each one of them. Let me know if any of them materialize into an appointment, right? And if they start asking a lot of questions, all you got to do is say, hey, I'm glad you asked that. I'm writing this down so we can review this with my mentor. Okay. Unless you know with 100% certainty, like you can answer that question, always, you know, revert to, I'm glad you asked that. You know, I'm writing it down so we can ask that question with one of my mentors. Okay.
Okay.
So that way it takes all the pressure off of you. And then the main objective is each call is just to schedule an appointment. So if they don't got Zoom, let's do a 3-way call. Okay.
Okay. All right. That'll work.
All right, Diana.
All right. You have a good day.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Goodbye. All right, guys. That's a quick little training I reviewed with one of my top leaders in Indiana, Diana. If you guys are in the Indiana area and you're looking for commercial solar, plug in with us. Hey, how you doing?